All right, so I thought I'd come in my space here today and not have any of the lights on or anything. As you can see, I'm just kind of going by sunlight today. But some of you have requested a cover video or a tutorial on Salvation is Here by Hillsong. And that's an intense bass part. It's requires some pretty fast fingers and some pretty steady rhythm, you know. So I just thought, you know, before I do a video for this, I need to know it myself. So I need to learn it. And what better way to do a tutorial than to just maybe show you how I learn it. So I really don't have this song down. I have the notes. I know what I'm doing with the notes, and I'm getting the fingering together. But I just thought, why don't I just come in now and just kind of throw this down and see how this does, because it may be helpful for you to see how I learn a tune. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this in and see if I can adjust my camera. There we go. All right. And this song starts off, or this bass lick, it's all we're going to be focusing on right now is this bass lick. Okay, so it starts on a G sharp all the way up on the D string, which would be the 18th fret. Here's your 12th fret. These double your octave. That's your 12th frets. And you got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is going to be your G sharp. Okay. Same thing as down here. Up, down there. Okay, your 4th fret of your E string. And also your 6th fret of your D string. Other places as well. Here is how we get started on this. So the notes are this. I'm just going to play them one at a time. So it is G sharp, all right, then B, then C sharp, B, G sharp, B, F. Now that's gonna be significant for you to bar that, I think. I'm going to bar it with my middle finger because you got to rake down. And then you got to come down to this lower B. So you're just doing a 1-5-1. So you're doing an octave B, then you do an F sharp, then down to the B. Okay, then you come up to the G sharp again. Okay. Then to the F sharp, and then to the C sharp and B. Okay, then you come down to the F sharp again. Then you go down to the E, G sharp, B, G sharp, B, G sharp. I come around with my index finger on this C sharp on my A string, which would be the 16th fret. Then we got C sharp, G sharp. You see the pattern here with the G sharp. Then as high as my bass can go, that D sharp, or E flat, but we're going to call it D sharp in this case. And then we're coming down to the C sharp, then to the B, and then to the F sharp, and back home. All right, so I'm going to do it straight through, one note at a time. Okay, so that's one time through. Start the second time. So let's go with now. Let me throw in these 16ths, okay? I have not gotten it all the way down here. So like I said, we're just learning this together. But I'm going to show you what I'll do now is I will play this slowly. I mean, of course, when I hear it, I'm going to try it as fast as I can, you know? Okay, but... so I realized something. I've got to jump my finger down here to this B while keeping this steady 16th pattern happening, you know? There's no pauses. You have to keep this rhythm going. So we're going to slow it down to see if we can get it, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this slowly. Something just happened there, okay? Now, if you notice, I ended Now my index finger is on this B and F sharp. Okay? All right, so what you're seeing there is I have to do something with my fingering, okay? So, do you hear my cat? My cat is outside coming up to the window. Well, she just ran off, so. Okay, so here we go again. I'm gonna start off on this G sharp, and what I realize is I come down to this, from the B down to the lower B, I've got to rake that. For me to rake that, I have to bar my middle finger on this. I'm gonna bend this down a little bit more. Okay, and I got to bar the B and the F sharp, okay, on the 16th fret, the G and the D strings, in order for me to go, okay? And I'm just doing that with my index finger on my right hand. So, once again, to start off, okay, so this time, when I hit this D sharp, when I come down to the F sharp, I'm going to bar 2 strings. So it's ready to go, and I'm going to slide my middle finger down, and I'm ready to go again on this F sharp. Because once again, this is a very fast-moving song here, and these 16ths are flying. You don't have time to really do much finger shifting. You have to make the most use of your motion here with your fingers, so that you're not clipping notes off, you're not missing notes because your fingers aren't fretting them quickly enough, okay? So, once again. Okay. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to have mistakes, but when I'm doing it this slowly, I can see what's happening. There was just kind of a, just forgetting the note where to go. But I'm going to start over. There we go. Okay, then I go to C sharp on that. All right, so let me try that again. Here we go. Okay. And to the one more time. Okay, so you notice my finger did not bar that time. So starting over. One more time. Okay, so notice there are mistakes when I'm doing this as I'm learning it, okay? So if I really am having trouble with a certain spot, we can pinpoint it, we can nail it down. But right here, what I'll do is I'll slow it down even more if I'm having issues, especially in one particular spot. But right now, I would slow it down even more. I'd go. So that was pretty good. So then, you know, if you feel like speeding it up, then go ahead and try it. It doesn't hurt to just try to speed it up and see what happens, okay? So okay, so you can do that, but also make sure as you're doing it slowly that each note is being articulated, okay? That's one of the points of doing this slowly, is to make sure that each note is really played out well, is really articulated well. And you're not going to be able to do that. You're not really going to know how to correct yourself if you're practicing it quickly every time. So slow it down, and let's just take this a day at a time, okay? So I'll come back with another one, and maybe we'll start speeding it up. And this would be the time, once you start getting the pattern down and your fingering, then start incorporating a metronome. Okay, start at about at a tempo. I'm not going to tell you where to start it. Find a tempo that is comfortable for you to play it perfectly. And I do mean playing it perfectly, articulating each and every note. This is how you're going to do it. One of the criticisms, if I had any for some of the YouTube videos, is they weren't played, all the notes were not articulated well. So that's just something I've always run into in my life, and the way I'm correcting that is what I've learned from other professionals, and that is to slow down and to pay attention to where you have to where you need to make the corrections, okay? And the way you're going to find those corrections is by slowing down so that you could see where your mistakes are, okay? So I'll catch you next time with the next version of this, and we'll see if we can pick up some speed. All right.